All right, well, hi, if you don't know me, my name's Adam Jacobs. I'm lucky enough to be the DPW director here at Goffstown at Public Works. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to come out and bring their vehicles and family to help us celebrate the opening of this bridge. Just like to take a few minutes to recognize everybody that played a role though in this project, as it was pretty unique for us. For the town residents, both their patience over the last 8 weeks and the overwhelming support you've shown toward the need to maintain our critical infrastructure. Also for the additional road funds passed at town meeting in 2026, which allowed this project and others to happen even in the default budget year. You all own this bridge, and I hope you share our pride about getting this job done. And as for the direct abutters to the project, I see a few back there. Sorry that your sleepy little dead-end street's about to get busy again. I'd like to thank Mark Zuckerberg and the good people at Facebook. Even though it pains me to say it, thanks for providing us a platform with which we could share our project updates and receive feedback from the public. If you haven't checked out our page, I encourage you to do so for this and other project pictures. Our Goffstown Select Board, both the current board and past boards who approved some of the purchases for this project years ago, for support of the project and confidence in the departments continue to get the job done. I'd like to thank our previous New Hampshire legislature and governor in 2022 for the SB 401 additional bridge funding for municipalities, some of which we use for the materials for this bridge. Town departments and department heads, admin for budgeting, default coordination, project purchasing, accounts payable, accounting, public outreach, and GTV is here today. Our fellow first responders at police and fire, both dealing with the impacts of the detour for their emergency response and their daily operations, but also safety preparations ahead of time and some job site security issues that we dealt with along the way. Parks and Rec Department, Mike and Rick, they helped us with some of the security gates for the project, and they didn't ask us for too many odd job assistance things along the way this summer to allow us to keep our focus here. And then for the library department, public outreach hub of the town pretty much, and they're also including a picture of this project in their time capsule, which they'll be unveiling at 1 p.m. tomorrow at the library if anybody's interested in going to that. Want to thank our contractors and others who are critical in helping get the job done, some of which are here today. Avery Hastings Welding, insight and hard work throughout the project made sure that we stayed on time. Continental Paving, who's pulling away as we speak. On Point Concrete, they're here, they helped with the abutment end. More concrete cutting. U.S. Bridges, VHP Engineers, NICOM, Evrox, New Hampshire DOT Bridge Maintenance, Gary Kitson in particular. Whitecap Construction and Chris Hawk at VBCS, they helped us with our safety, our fall protection and height safety work at the beginning of the project. ATS Equipment Rentals, Middlesex Gases and Hypertherm came in clutch with a plasma cutter for us on short notice. New England Barricade, Drop One Portables, everybody's favorite. Seacoast Scaffolding, Cintas Uniforms for dealing with all the dirty laundry that was generated from the guys getting into it over here. And then anybody else that I'm sure I'm probably forgetting. Finally, for our dedicated staff at DPW and every division. Highway crews, you learn more along the way that I'm sure you wanted to ever know about fall protection, working over water, metal work, corrosion prevention, and expansion joints. You safely powered through some pretty grueling work in extreme temperatures and somehow kept a smile on your faces throughout. My hats are off to all of you. Admin and engineering divisions for pre-construction materials and supplies, planning, detours, budgeting, billing, and inspections. Fleet maintenance came down, helped up with keeping the equipment all up and running, some tools, and some of the demolition work at the outside early part of the project. Solid Waste Division handled the demolition and handling of the old decking, as well as dealing with some potentially angry residents who had to take the long way around the bridge for their trip to the transfer station. And then cemetery, site preps and clearing, and then they picked up some of the slack around town for all the odd jobs that we weren't able to get to in the highway division. Well, half the crew was over here and the other half was getting the rest of the road plan done. They say that a bridge is its own metaphor. Bridges bring together community in both a literal and a figurative sense. A project like this, on one of our two most critical bridges in town, of the 18 that we maintain, certainly embodies that. I'm proud of everybody, but I'm leaving good notes and lots of pictures because I certainly hope that none of us here have to do this particular job on this particular bridge ever again in our careers. Without further ado, let's get this bridge open. I guess we've got some folks that are going to help us through with the ceremonial first passing, but first we got a ribbon cutting. All right, gentlemen and ladies, start your engines.